Haven't really changed a whole lot. I think their expectations are about the same. I do believe they were going to be adding some pressure in that respect, and I think they backed off of that idea. But we still have a lot of customers that are working from home. They're not, they don't need to go back to the office, and I think that's going to be a long-term effect that we're going to have to deal with. Another reason we are expanding our pickup and delivery services, and we also are expanding mobile service to reach out to those people that they don't need to go to work, so we'll just go to them and take care of their needs there. Our pickup and delivery grew considerably over the last 8 months, but it leads us to another problem. I don't have drivers available to really go get these cars like we would like, so we've had to result to using Uber in a lot of cases to get a driver out to a customer's vehicle to pick up a vehicle, and vice versa. So it's another challenge, but it's something we're striving to meet.
We're still faring quite well. We're in the top 10 as far as retention within our district here at Checker Flag, and I mean, I believe part of it is due to the great customer care that we give. We have a lot of long-term customers that, even though they are driving less, they are still coming in to see us. And we're driving new customers in to see us that have never been here before. We stay in constant contact with our customers, and to the point that they say, "Hey, I'm not ready yet. I haven't driven enough miles," and we're like, "Well, that's great. Thanks for checking in with us, and we look forward to seeing you when when you get to the mileage or the time it's time to come in for service." Even if you aren't driving, we need to see you at least once per year. We understand if you don't want to come in for that what we call interval service, which is every 5,000 miles, but we have to see you once a year.
You know what? I use GM has a system. I don't know who they use, but that's what I have to depend on is what they're looking at, and they tell me. They see all of my job cards, so they can see that Mr. Face hasn't been back,
right,
and why. And then we can look when my rep comes in. We can talk about. It's like, well, look at the mileage. They're not driving anymore. They don't need anything.
We use X-Time. We use obviously everything through our DMS. Honda has Honda Link-based work reports. We go through there. I have my lost souls list. I have a BDC that pulls reports almost daily from my DMS to see who we haven't seen in over 9 months and reach out to them. Beyond those metrics, it's hard for me because I have so many different avenues I have to go through to pull all the info. If I can have some sort of central database, somebody that I can go to and be like, hey, I need somebody to go through my DMS and go through my interactive network through Honda, and you pull the reports and show, even if I can integrate it somehow through Carfax or something to show,
sure,
were they going somewhere else, why did I lose them, can I bring them back, as opposed to me just pulling all these reports from multiple different areas.
Visits. Retention is, we call it in the industry, a click. When the customer comes in, we get a retention click, and Toyota's all over that, so I don't really have to have my own formula. Toyota lets me know once a week what my retention is. But we have such a good customer base that I don't have a whole lot of problems. It's fallen off a little bit due to the fact that I'm getting more customers from other dealers, and it depends on when they come in. If they come in right now, I'm not going to get a second click on them. So that makes it a little more challenging, but I'll take the extra work.
Sure.
But yeah, that's how we measure it. Toyota, measures it for me pretty much, and they let me know where my retention is and how we're doing.
Well, we use your company for a lot of it. We can tell who's aging, who's missing, who's coming back after a period of time. So that's primarily what we use. GM has some metrics for us as well.
Well, the manufacturers are kind of over the board. Some of them are one visit within 12 months, others are 2 visits within 12 months. We're using their metrics to really gauge on retention. And I think that they've adjusted some of their matrix because they know driving has changed. CSI was always the biggest thing. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of manufacturers like Toyota went through, we're not really concerned about CSI, we're really concerned about retention.
Right.
And with our auto group, where we're located at, Pennsylvania is not that far away. A lot of people on that side, will come to us because of our pricing or of our marketing, but getting them back in for routine maintenance is a struggle. I mean, even with our free maintenance programs that we put in with our used cars as well, if they're more than an hour away, they're not going to come to us for maintenance. So retention is kind of a struggle because we've got to take much better care of our customer. How we interact with them, the customer's views of and dealing with service in general when it comes to automotive has always kind of been negative.
Sure.
In today's day and age with videos everywhere, and you know, a lot of people think that they know how to properly maintain their vehicle, but they come to us for a reason.
Right.
And we have to show them and deliver that type of expert service. Customers today, I think, want, even though everyone's fixated on their phone, I think when they actually go in for service, they want to have a relationship. They want to have an interaction, a positive interaction with somebody.
Right.
So we have to make that happen. Because a lot of times, as we know in this industry, they come in with a very negative feeling, and we have to accept that and do everything we can to change that. Positive interactions, positive customer experiences equals a customer wanting to stay with you, and will equal higher, hours per RO, a better ELR, the more gross.
This is a great topic. The only thing we really do go by, it's the factory Honda retention report. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but it is, something that we have struggled with and want to continue to try to do better. I would love to have, a non-factory, something that's integrated in with our system that can, report on a monthly basis, that can build a report to, tell you your retention. It's challenging, at least here, because we only have that one report to go on. And not to say that the factory report's wrong, but we've done a lot of things, and just the reporting you would think would follow it, and it hasn't much. So at the same time, we are in an area that retention is one of the challenging points. We have a military base that's miles away, so the deployed, anyone in the military who's deployed will come and go, and it makes it challenging to retain them.
I mean, I really feel that if somebody wants to come service their Volkswagen at our store, they're going to come to our store because they like us, because they like the work we do. And, I hope that it's our service team that keeps them coming back, because, we strive to do the right job each time. Yeah, just like anybody else, we're gonna make mistakes from time to time. We are humans too. But when you make a mistake, it's also what you do to correct it and how you take care of it. Anytime we make a mistake, I want to make sure I'm involved. I want to make sure that I know what happened. I want to be involved in the solution, and I want to be the first one to apologize to that guest. I don't want them to think that we're purposely not taking the extra steps, not doing the right thing. Anytime somebody does something that's not right, they're gonna end up in my office and they gotta talk to me about it,